Avaya Oceania Solution Integration Exam 74950X exam updated questions are available, which are enough for you to pass the test easily. 1. While an Avaya Oceania agent is on a live web chat session with a customer, which 3 supervisor features are available to the Oceania supervisor? Choose 3. A. Route to. B. Barge in. C. Coach. D. Transfer. E. Observe. 2. Which 3 items are required for the chat bot integration with Avaya Oceania? Choose 3. A. Avaya Co-Browse. B. Secondary Omnichannel Data Store. C. Rackspace Instance. D. Avaya Chat Servers APS. E. An additional license from Avaya. 3. During a chat interaction with a customer, which 2 actions can be performed by an agent? Choose 2. A. Conference a supervisor. B. Email. C. Transfer to a supervisor. D. Transfer a file. E. Initiate a co-browse session. 4. Which 2 snap-ins are responsible for collecting Oceania data and providing it to the reliable eventing framework? Choose 2. A. Omni Center Provisioning Collector. B. UCM Data Collector. C. Agent Controller Service. D. UCM Service. E. Authorization Service. 5. Which statement about Avaya Oceania Engagement Designer, ED, workflows is true? A. ED workflows are not required while task bundles are present in the Engagement Designer. B. ED workflow is mandatory for only multimedia interaction channels, chat, email, SMS, etc. C. ED workflow cannot be edited by the customer's business partners as per their business logic. D. ED workflow is mandatory for every interaction channel, voice, chat, email, SMS, etc. 6. For integrating an Avaya Oceania solution with Avaya Control Manager, which cluster REST interface URL is configured? A. http://cluster4ip services UCA store UCA. B. http://cluster2ip services UCA store UCA. C. http://cluster1ip services UCA store UCA. D. http://cluster3ip services UCA store UCA. 7. For an Avaya Oceania solution, which cluster profile is used for an Oceania cluster deployment? A. Engagement Assistant Speech. B. Customer Engagement. C. Core Platform. D. Context Store. 8. While deploying Avaya Oceania 3.5, there is a requirement to create a provisioning cluster that can be used as a centralized component for configuring the attributes for the Avaya Oceania solution. Which snap-in is required for creating a provisioning cluster? A. Omni Center Provisioning Collector. B. Generic Channel API. C. Centralized Logging Service. D. Oceania Configuration. 9. You are configuring the attributes under the provisioning cluster. What is the effective value for the attribute voice provider ID under voice configuration, which needs to match the configuration of voice provider in Avaya Control Manager. A. Avaya Aura Media Server hostname. B. Session Manager Security Module hostname. C. Avaya Control Manager hostname. D. Avaya Aura Communication Manager hostname. 10. After deploying the Avaya Oceania Cluster 1, the cluster status will be in the Deny New Service state. Which two steps must be performed to complete the Cluster 1 installation? Choose 2. A. Change the Cluster 1 attributes to the desired values. B. Change the Cluster 1 status to accept new service after reboot. C. Change the Cluster 1 status to deny new service after reboot. D. Reboot is not required for Avaya Breeze nodes from Cluster 1. E. First reboot Avaya Breeze nodes from Cluster 1.